Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, leader of the NNPP, has set clear terms for any merger, insisting on either a presidential or vice presidential slot. At the same time, his protégé, Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf, is reported to be considering a defection to the APC, a move Kwankwaso publicly opposes. The disagreement has exposed division within the Kwankwasiyya movement and risen questions about the future of party alliances in the state and beyond. Tonight, we ask, what do these developments mean for Nigeria's wider political landscape? And how might they reshape the balance of power ahead of 2027? Joining me to discuss this and more are my guests. But first, let's listen to what Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso did say.
Option 1, option 2, option A, options saboda mun ga ya dace da wannan lokaci wancan lokaci amma yanzu wannan lokaci harka muke ta kasa harka muke ta jihar Kano dole sai mun tsaya mun tare karfin mu guri daya wanda yake zamu da samun nasarori a zabuka masu ko mun ga mutane okay za mu tafi da menene kuka karbo mana sai a ce za a bada wasu ƴan mukamai za a bada ƴan mukamai ko ke guda nawa kuma wanne ne daidai ni wanda na karba a cikin ƴan mukamai wanne ne daidai national chairman tunda national chairman ba da shi da esco dinsa da sauran shugabanni ba kallon ruwa suka zo ba su ma mutane ne da iyalansu da darajarsu bayanai babu wani mai ansa amma abin da nake gaya musu shi mu a lissafin wucin na ƙasa muna sa rai mu samu jama'iyya wacce za mu haɗu da wasu.
Joining me on the program this evening to discuss this is Dr. Agbo Major. He is the factional national chairman of the NNPP. He joins live from our Abuja studio. I also have Honorable Ahmed Aruwa, is the State Publicity Secretary of the APC, Kano State. He joins virtually from Kano. Gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you very much,
viewers.
All right, let me start with you, Dr. Major. Dr. Major, in one of our headlines, of course, what we have is that the NNPP has lifted the suspension placed on the Kano State Governor, Abba Kabir Yusuf. I know on this program, we've had conversations on that. And if, of course, I remember quite clearly, back then you said it was suspended alongside some other prominent members of the party, which I think you even said were kicked out, expelled. So I would like you to confirm this and shed more light. Why was this suspension lifted? What happened behind closed doors?
Well, nothing much. It's a product of the power of democracy, which is the basis on which every political party runs, you know. First of all, sanctions are applied when people go outside the established norms of an organization. What really happened was that early last year, there were reported cases of anti-party activities on the part of the governor and then his boss, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. And we had to set up, in line with the provisions of our constitution, we had to set up a disciplinary committee to look into those allegations. They were quite weighty. They were, as at the time, we thought that we were supposed to be consolidating on the gains made in 2023. We discovered that they were trying to draw us back. So we had to set up a committee as prescribed by our constitution. And the committee invited them. They failed to come, the governor himself and then his leader, the Kwankwasiyya leader, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. They both failed to show up. And the NWC sat in line with the provisions of the constitution and took a decision first to suspend them. They were suspended and then given an opportunity to come again. The suspension first was for 6 months. They had an opportunity to appear before the committee. The committee sent another invitation to them, to come again. They refused to come. And then, but we looked at it that it was strategic, not to throw the governor out like that. But for the presidential candidate of our party in 2023, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, we felt that the stakes were not too high on his part. And so we needed to use him as an example for others who, of course, would be planning on how to violate the provisions of our constitution. And so for gross anti-party activities and for refusal to show up before the committee, that earned him his expulsion, which is still enjoying till today. I did hear you say that he is leader of the party when in your intro, and I just started laughing because since 2023, he ceased to be a member of our party. He was dismissed alongside the entire Kwankwasiyya movement that he came with, and so he has long ceased to be a member of our party, not to talk of him being the leader of our party. And so after looking carefully at all the developments, we've held a series of meetings, and the governor himself has shown enough remorse. So what we did was the NWC met in an emergency session earlier today here in Abuja, and then decided that certain decisions be taken, including lifting of that suspension, so that he can begin to enjoy full benefits of being a member of the party. Of course, you are aware of the massive drama that is unfolding in Kano. And so we didn't want to create any further friction, since the person who misled him has been shown the way out and is also not on the same page with him at the moment. We just felt that what we needed to do was to bring peace into the party, get the governor to understand that he doesn't need to carry the load for another person's misdemeanor. And so, after having shown enough remorse, the NWC, magnanimously decided today to lift that suspension and to restore his position as the leader of the party, because he's the highest
Dr. Major, because we need to go on our first
political
break.
officer on the platform of the party. And so, that's the situation. That was what unfolded exactly today at the party headquarters here in Abuja. Okay,
great. But just before we go on our very first break, did you make this decision under pressure, maybe because of the rumors that he might be leaving the NNPP for another party? Was that decision made to sort of appeal to him to reconsider or rethink that action so it doesn't defect? Just a quick answer.
In as much as we are worried as a party, losing the only governor we have, going by the rumors that are going around, I can tell you that that decision was not taken because of the fears that he's about to leave. I can also confirm to you that as at today that we're speaking, he has not officially told us that he's leaving. And so we are only just hearing it on the streets. And so we do not believe that he's leaving. But I can tell you that this man has been under suspension for 1 year. First 6 months, it elapsed in August last year. It was extended again till December. And so it's just fair that having stayed out as a non-member of the party for 1 year, and he's occupying a position that he got on the platform of the party, we just felt that now that he seems to have realized that certain actions he took were not in the interest of the party, it is now time to show mercy. And so the NWC, of course, you know that the NWC is a 29-member NWC. We met today and then they invoked the power of democracy, which is the power to take decisions unanimously. And there was no dissenting voice. Everybody was of the opinion that the suspension be lifted so that we can move ahead. Elections are around the corner. So we needed a peaceful atmosphere within which people can move around to do the real business of politicking preparatory to the coming election. So the decision was not taken under any duress. Neither was it taken under any circumstances that are, not in line with the party's constitution. The decision was taken in line and guided effectively by the internal workings of democracy as practiced by our party.
All right, we'll go on our first break. When we return, we'll dig deeper, looking at the intricacies within, of course, the political space in Kano State and the implication of some of these actions. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Many thanks for staying with us. It's still Politics HQ on News Central Television. And of course, we're looking at the politics in Kano State this evening and all of the matters that are rising. Well, I still have my guests with me at this time on the program. And I have Dr. Agbo Major, is the national chairman of the NNPP. He joins live in our studio there in Abuja. And Honorable Ahmed Aruwa is the State Publicity Secretary of the APC, Kano State. Gentlemen, thank you for staying with me. I will be coming to you. Great. Honorable Aruwa, a quick one. How many sitting officials, and I'm talking about governors, elected officials, basically, have formally defected since 2024, to your party? And how has this, of course, in any way, impacted your party? Because, I mean, we're in a season of gale of defections. Nigerians are watching. How, I would like you to put us through this.
Well, good afternoon. Good evening to you, and thank you for having me this time. I'm sorry, sometimes it's season, so I'm not getting the questions very well. But anyway, I have heard what you said.
Maybe I should put my question straightforward. How many people have defected from your party to the ADC?
Is it APC or ADC?
APC.
Okay, thank you. That is why I said yes. I got it very well now, and let me be specific to you. By the nature of what is going on here in Kano State, I can tell you there was some people who defected to APC almost about, I can say, 3 or 5 months ago, right from Senator Kau Sumaila from NNPP. There's one House of Reps member from Kano Municipal called Koki. And at least let me say about 5 to 6 out of the members from NNPP defected to APC almost 5 months ago. But for now, we are expecting, as I said last week, we are expecting to hear from, the governor or from the government or from NNPP headquarters of NNPP in Abuja. Up to now, we did not get any sign, we did not get any paper. As you have heard to me last week, I told you we have put a press release that we are expecting the governor anytime. When he comes, we'll open our arms, we'll open our doors for him. We are waiting for him to come. But till now, we do not get any information. We do not get any paper that is coming. But we are sure and we are expecting very soon that he is going to join the party. So we are expecting him anyway.
Okay, but just to be clear on the part of the governor, because I know that we had you recently, so nothing has changed. You still have not gotten any official confirmation from Governor Kabir Yusuf that he is moving to the APC.
At all, we did not get anything yet. We are expecting him. We had, Arumo, as like Mr. Abbo said. We had it like a rumor. We are expecting. If he is defeated to APC, I'm sure by any time next week we will hear anything. So, but for now, we do not get anything. We do not get any paper. There was no any sign from the government. Nobody, speak to us. So, but we are still waiting.
All right. So let's talk about, of course, the role, if at all, of the former governor of the state, Governor, His Excellency Abdullahi Ganduje. In all of this, there are talks about his involvement in luring the governor. Is there any credence to this? What's his role in all of this so far?
You see, yes, I think you have made these questions to me last week, and I told you that Abdullahi Ganduje was not even in the town. He was
still not around. He's still not around.
He's not around. He's not yet back. At any time he comes back, we are expecting to get more. Maybe by next week, whatever comes, when you invite me, I will tell you I will digest more. But for now, He was not in the town, and the state chairman of the party, APC, was not in the town. He was at Saudi Arabia. We're expecting any time from now. So wherever, whatever, when they come back, maybe we'll adjust more.
But is there a possible merger of some sort? I mean, in all of this, these are just, you know, speculations within the political space between the former governor, that's His Excellency Ganduje, and also Governor Yusuf.
Well, let me be so sincere to you. There was nothing, whether privately or otherwise. We did not discuss anything with Abba Kabir Yusuf. As you have heard from his leader, maybe Dr Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, he was vomiting issues. We are getting all the information from him, mostly from where he was discussing with his supporters, that those people are going to APC. We are still expecting anything from our national headquarters of APC. That is to be official to Kano State leaders of All Progressive Congress APC, that yes, so-so governor is defecting to our party. Anything that will come out and say, now we are going to preempt all the issues, because there was nothing official come to us. And even our leader, Dr. Agbo Major, there was nowhere that he discussed anything, and there was nowhere he sent any letter to the state headquarters of the party that so thing is happening. We are only waiting, maybe anything by next week. I am sure whatever is going to happen, maybe by next week you get all you want. But for now, we don't have anything to digest. All
right, I'm going to leave you for a moment, Honorable Aruwa, and move to Dr. Major. Dr. Major, in case you'd like to react to anything that has been said, please feel free to do that. But I would like to talk on the future of the NNPP, particularly in Kano State. Should this merger or this defection, so to speak, pull through? And you have said categorically that Senator Kwankwasiyya is out of the party, but he's still holding on to the NNPP flag. What's next for the NNPP?
I don't know what you mean by Kwankwaso holding on to the NNPP flag.
I mean, he still claims to be a member of your party.
Like you said, that is his claim, but that in reality, that is not.
So what next? What next?
The party knows its members. The party knows its members. Kwankwaso is not a member of our party. We have said this repeatedly. And we have almost, even in today's meeting, we also agreed again to appeal to you media men to put things within the NNPP in their true perspective. Kwankwaso has long ceased to be a member of our party. And so holding on to whatever flag that you're talking about, I don't know what flag he's holding on to, but we do know that he has his Kwankwasiyya flag, which is the red flag. Probably that's what you are referring to. The flag of NNPP is the green, white, blue. And the logo, maybe to let my elder brother, the APC spokesman of Kano, because off camera he was asking that he's confused about the logo of NNPP. Maybe I need to let him understand that the logo of NNPP since its inception, 23 years ago, has been the basket of fruits. That is what explains the issue of the banana and all of that my brother is talking about. And so any other thing that Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso is holding is entirely his business. That is this Kwankwasiyya business. It has nothing, and absolutely nothing, to do with the NNPP. The NNPP flag is what I just described for you, which is what you showed a while ago. Yeah, this is the NNPP flag. And the NNPP logo is what you showed a while ago. That's a basket that is loaded with fruits. This is this one that you are showing, this is his school logo, and it has nothing to do with the party. So he's not holding on to any flag of any party, of our party. He's gone and gone for good.
All right. So what next? I'm just speculating right now. Should the governor defect? What next for the party?
We are in defense, Dapo, but like my elder brother did say, the truth is that until we are formally informed that he's about to leave, you know that He's just the only one we have, the only one governor out of the 36 states of the Federation. And so losing only one governor that you have, of course, should put you in very deep pains. We're worried about that. But like I said, we don't want to be speculative, neither do we want to begin to say things that might turn out not to be real. We have made it clear that if he gets to us officially to inform us, which is supposed to be the normal thing, we will look at all the sides that he's bringing to the table, his reasons for living. But like I said last week briefly, everybody understands that His Excellency has been under pains, very deep pains due to the dictatorial attitudes of his boss, who claims to have brought him to power. I don't know if it is possible for one person to install a governor in any state of this federation. It is bizarre to me when people begin to lay claims to what they haven't done. But the truth is that Abba Kabir Yusuf, His Excellency, the governor of Kano State, is a gentleman, and he's matured enough to take his decisions. If he is contemplating leaving NNPP, and he comes forward to tell us he's leaving NNPP, because he's the leader of the party, by virtue of today's lifting of the suspension and the pronouncement of the NWC, is the leader of the party. So if a leader is leaving the house, naturally, the followers should be worried. But I can tell you that the party can't say anything now until he formally tells us he's leaving. But it's also good to place it on record, Dapo, that ours is a party that had existed for 22 years before Kwankwasiyya and the present governor of Kano State came in through the Kwankwasiyya movement. And so for the 22 years running until 2022 when they came, nothing. Parties came and were deregistered. We were delisted on accounts that they didn't win election. The primary responsibility of every political party is to field candidates and win election. And the position of our laws is that if you fail to win, at the end of every election cycle, you get delisted as a political party. At a point under Jega, we lost about 7-something of them. Then under Dr. Professor Mahmoud Yakub, almost about 40-something also were delisted on accounts that they didn't win election. But we were never touched because we were already winning election before he came. So the future that you are worried about, we are not worried about it because we know that there are always setbacks at the end of every election cycle. But the good shock-absorbing system of a political party puts it on an advantage to be able to recover from every disaster, from every, every mismanagement, and then from every loss of focus, like they tried to bring in. But I'm telling you that the party's engines are running very well, and we are ready. We have absorbed the shocks, and I can tell you that we are not bothered about all that has happened. The governor is with us, he's the leader of the party, and we believe that if he has a reason to go, he has to come and let us know why he's leaving. And when that happens, we will strategize beyond that. But until that happens, I'm not sure we'll be able to tell you anything that would put the future of the party in perspective. The only thing I can tell you is that we're working,
so much,
elections
Dr.
around
Major,
the corner,
I know you have a lot to say, but we really need to go on a break. When we return, I would also look at the issues of collaborations, alliances, and maybe, just maybe, mergers, particularly on the opposition front. Is this also on the consideration for the NNPP? Stay with us. We'll be right back. Many thanks for staying with us. It's still Politics HQ on News Central Television, and we're looking at politics in Kano State. I still have my guest with me, Dr. Agbo Major. He's the national chairman of the NNPP. He joins from our Abuja studio. I also have Ahmed Aruwa. He's the state publicity secretary of the APC Kano State. Gentlemen, thank you for staying with me. Now let's move and talk about governance in Kano State. And I'm coming straight to you, Honorable Aruwa. Looking at the performance or the scorecard so far of Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf, you are the chairman of the APC, or the publicity secretary, sorry, of the APC in Kano State. Would you say Governor Yusuf has really performed? Because, for instance, when you look at the internally generated revenue and the level of infrastructure, and also when it comes to basic amenities there, would you say Governor Yusuf is really giving back to the people?
Well, thank you very much. I think this question is very critical to me anyway, but as you know that I'm an opposition to the government here in Kano State. And as I said, up to now, the governor was not officially made a decision that is coming back to APC. But since this is an important discussions, I think, let me share a little bit. Really, I am from Kano State, and right from the inception of this government of Abba Kabir Yusuf, I was here and we were here. And I think in the year 2023, Abba Kabir Yusuf became the governor of Kano State. As an opposition leader, that is myself, I've been looking at the government as backward for the first time. But later I come to realize that this guy, I mean, he's doing his best to see that Kano, the faces of Kano is looking very wonderful. Maybe it's only that he has an obstacles, as Mr. Agbo mentioned, by his leader. Because sometimes you can never have two governors in the state. There must be one governor. So being that you are the leader of Kwankwasiyya, whatever you call it, you must allow your governor to work, because the people of Kano State, almost about 20 million, voted for that governor. So you should allow them to work for the people of Kano State.
But so far, please hold on. So far, will you say he has performed? Has he done well?
He has tried.
He has tried. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. Please, I'm still on, sir. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, if you had to score him, what would you give him as an opposition for now?
Well, let me be sincere to you, not because that is defeating to my party. I will tell you that I can give him at least 65 to 70%.
65 to 70%. That's an A.
65%. Yeah.
Why? Why 65 or 70%?
Shall I come up?
Yes, please.
Okay, why I decided to give him 65 to 70, I can see maybe by the time he comes into the government, there are so many things that is going very wrong in Kano State. But I can assure you now that the man is trying. Welfare to the workers, social amenities to the people in the state. At least he's put it very well. I cannot have my all time to mention, but I know he had been doing the best he can as a governor. It is only because he was even tight. If it is not, he should do more than what I have mentioned. He should do more than even what I said. The 70 or I can even mark him about 90. But he is not the only one he is not managing the government alone. He goes with his boss.
All right.
So actually that was why sometimes he's having an obstacles.
All right. I'll come back to you, Honorable Aruwa. We have our reporter, our correspondent there in Kano, is on standby. And of course, we'll be getting across to him right now, Emmanuel Bagudu. Will be bringing us up to speed as regards the announcement of the lifting of the suspension of the governor, by the party, and how the people of Kano are taking it. It's great to have you, Emmanuel.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
All right. So what's the political atmosphere right now like in Kano State? Number one, the rumors of the defection of the governor, and also the fact that his party, the NNPP, has lifted the suspension placed on him.
Yes. What is playing out in Kano is actually them trying to, play along and then see what the APC is going to offer. Don't forget, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso has made it clear on the media several times that he doesn't have any problem of joining any party, but what is he being offered to? What are his party members being offered? So that is it. Because what we are seeing here is that the defection is supposed to happen on the 5th, which is yesterday, but they have taken it reportedly from credible sources that the defection is going to happen on the 12th of January. But as far as the report I have, as far as the evidence I have is concerned, both Kwankwaso and Abba Yusuf are only playing a delay tactics to see which party is going to give them a juicy offer, which party is going to give them an offer that they cannot resist. And that explains why NNPP have to reconsider its decision to lift that suspension of Governor Abba Yusuf, because an offer may come in that may actually make them to be tempted to collapse the entire NNPP structure into the APC, depending on how the offer looks like. Because the national leader, Kwankwasiyya, made it clear that they are looking forward to offers, that if you want them to join you, bring them good offers. What are they offering you? That's what it is. So that explains why the delay of that defection has to be taken to the 12th of January, and that also delays the fact. That also explains why Abba Yusuf suspension has been lifted, and that also explains why, of course, the issues about dissolving the NNPP, party executives, is being back and forth. So they are only taking time to see which political party is giving them an offer they cannot resist, which political party is giving them a good deal that they can actually sign into. So that's what's happening, and nothing much. So everybody is under suspense. There's no clear, up to now, there's no clear direction where
Emmanuel,
or Kwankwasiyya is going.
All right, thank you so much, Emmanuel. I mean, we, of course, would have loved to extend that conversation, but thank you for bringing us up to speed as regards the polls right there by residents in Kano State. We'll go on our final break. When we come back, we will be winding up. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, that's the beat we can take tonight. And of course, at this point, I will saying a big thank you to all of my guests. Dr. Agbo Major is the national chairman of the NNPP, joining, of course, live from our Abuja studio. Thank you for your time, sir. And also, Honorable Ahmed Aruwa is the State Publicity Secretary of the APC in Kano State, joining virtually from Kano. Thank you also. Well, this is the beat we will be taking tonight. In case you missed out, you can actually catch up on our social media platform, YouTube, Instagram, and of course, you can also follow us on Facebook across board. We are there at News Central TV. You can also choose to follow me personally on socials at Dakbo, at Digboye. Up next is Tonight.